Hello and welcome to the Marble Games 2023. I'm Alpha Master and I will be your host for this series just like the previous two seasons. So here's a look at the first track. We've already been introduced to the 16 teams that will be competing, 12 returners and 4 newcomers. Here's a look at the scoreboard. This is pretty much a combination between the two previous scoreboards. Alright, it's time to introduce the first event, Gravitrax Speedway. 4 marbles at a time will go down the track and try to reach the finish as fast as possible. Alright, so here are the 4 groups. The first 2 to make it out of each group will move on to the semifinals. The third placing marble of each group will move on to the 9th through 12th round, while the last placing marble of each group will move on to the 13th through 16th round. Alright, group number 1, Kryptonite Cruisers, Glacier Racers, Cloud Knights, and Silver Bullets. Here they are at the starting line, and they're off. Oh my goodness, Kryptonite Cruisers in the lead, and they make it, and Glacier Racers takes the second spot. Silver Bullets makes it in third, so they will move on to the 9th through 12th round, while the Cloud Knights will move on to the 13th through 16th round. Group 2, Sea Snakes, Liberty Bells, Tyrannical Tortuga, and Hoosiers. And there they are, and they're off. Looks like Tyrannical Tortuga is ahead, and they make it along with Liberty Bells. And Sea Snakes makes it to the 9th through 12th round, while the Hoosiers unfortunately have to move on to the 13th through 16th round. Group 3, Cherry Bombs, Robin's Eggs, Takedown Tigers, and Happy Little Trees. And there they go. And it looks like, oh my goodness, Cherry Bombs and Robin's Eggs both pretty much finished at the same time. Happy Little Trees unfortunately move on to the 9th through 12th round, while the Takedown Tigers move on to the 13th through 16th round. Mocha Lattes, Daybreakers, Peachy Keen, and Peacock Primers, Group 4. And they're off. And it looks like, oh my goodness, Mocha Lattes, they make it first, along with Peachy Keen. Oh my goodness, Daybreakers got stuck. And it looks like Peacock Primers made it third, so they will move on to the 9th through 12th round. While Daybreakers getting stuck, they move on to the 13th through 16th round. Before the semifinals start, we're going to move on to the losers semifinals. 13th through 16th, Daybreakers, Clown Knights, Hoosiers, and Takedown Tigers. And they're off. Oh my goodness. Takedown Tigers, they get 13th place. Daybreakers gets 14th. Hoosiers gets 15th. And Cloudy Knights gets 16th place on the very first event. Not a good day for them. Let's hope they aren't too disappointed about that. 9th through 12th, Sea Snakes, Silver Bullets, Happy Little Trees, and Peacock Primers. And there they go. Oh my goodness, it's going to be tight. Oh, that was a close one. We might need an instant replay for that. Silver Bullets gets 11th, and Happy Little Trees gets 12th. But who gets 9th and 10th? Let's take a look at the replay. And it looks like Peacock Primers barely beat out Sea Snakes. So Sea Snakes settles with 10th, while Peacock Primers gets 9th place. Semifinals will be similar to the groups, but the last 2 to finish will move on to the 5th through 8th round. Semifinal 1, Kryptonite Cruisers, Glacier Racers, Liberty Bells, and Tyrannical Tortuga. And they're off, and it looks like, oh boy, Glacier Racers made it, and so did Liberty Bells. And Kryptonite Cruisers get stuck somewhere on the sides. Tyrannical Tortuga made it, but they made it third. Liberty Bells and Glacier Racers will move on to the final, while Kryptonite Cruisers and Tyrannical Tortuga will have to settle between 5th and 8th. Semi-final 2, Mocha Lattes, Peachy Keen, Cherry Bombs, and Robin's Eggs. And here they are at the starting line. And they're off. Here they go. Cherry Bomb seems to be out in front. And they make it. Oh my goodness, Mocha Lattes get stuck. Robin's Eggs made it before Peachy Keen too. So Peachy Keen and Mocha Lattes will have to settle between 5th and 8th, while Cherry Bombs and Robin's Eggs will move on to the finals. Let's decide who gets 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Kryptonite Cruisers, Tyrannical Tortuga, Mocha Lattes, and Peachy Keen. And there they go. Peachy Keen seems to be out in front. Peachy Keen gets 5th. Mocha Lattes gets 6th. Kryptonite Cruiser 7th. And Tyrannical Tortuga 8th. It looks like the two newcomers got last this time. Now it is time for the finals. Cherry Bombs, Robin's Eggs, Glacier Racers, Liberty Bells, two newcomers, two returners. Who will win the first event? And they're off. Oh my goodness. Glacier Racers, they're on front and they make it to the finish line first. Glacier Racers wins the first event and Robin's Eggs gets stuck for some reason. Liberty Bells gets second place and Cherry Bombs gets third place. Why Robin's Eggs somehow getting stuck? They have to settle for fourth place. Who knew that a Season 3 newcomer will win the first event? Glacier Racers win the first event, Liberty Bells gets second, and Cherry Bombs gets third. There they are on the podium, and here's the updated scoreboard. There's still several events that lie ahead of these 16 marble teams. That's going to be it for now. See you next race!